Oh my God. Oh, me, dude. I wouldn't be able to do this. Jesus. I can't even recount this. This is why I believed Ethan when Ethan was talking about when he felt emotional, seeing like hurt or sick babies and stuff.
You are not gay, right?
That's not your business.
Oh.
Jesse, why did you like this post from Your Daddy OnlyFans, part 2 with Sean Boy UK?
Oh,
I have no idea what
It's
that
two
is.
men kissing.
As guests, and then the other one is location.
Okay, sure.
We'll reach out to Tate at some point. Yeah, we'll see.
Tristan is really interesting. I said, he seems like I thought about talking to him. He seems like a really interesting guy. Sneeko, I think, would be a really interesting person to interview because he's. What's the saddest movie you've ever watched? I mean, that Everything Everywhere All at Once movie, that was a tearjerker. There is one movie, I don't think I can watch it. It's so lame, but I think once you become a parent, certain things hurt a little bit about kids. There is one movie that I read the plot summary of, and I almost cried reading the plot summary. I will never, ever, ever, ever watch this fucking movie. I would not be able to handle it. Holy shit. It's the, oh my God, even thinking about it. It's the Dear Zachary movie. Yikes. I read the plot summary to this, and it was a hard read. I will never watch this movie. Jesus Christ. You should open the POV camera footage of a colonoscopy as it's being inserted and goes all the way up until it comes out your mouth and say, "Welcome to the Bridges podcast." That would be epic. Okay. Basically, spoiler alert, I guess, if you haven't seen this, but I think basically, if I'm remembering correctly, I think that there's a guy who gets into an altercation with his girlfriend at the time, and I think she kills him. Right? It might be a wife or girlfriend. But I think she kills him, right? Or how does he die? And then, oh God, I can't even explain this movie. F me, dude. The concept is like, God, she shoots and she kills her husband. The family is obviously, it's tragic for the guy, for the husband. And then they find out that she's pregnant with his child. And so his like best friend, or maybe not best friend, but one of his friends, he decides to shoot a documentary about the kid's dad called, and he was going to call it, I think, Dear Zachary, a letter to his son about his father. So he goes around and he does interviews with all of these people that were friends of the dad, to show the kid when he grows up, like, this is how cool your dad was. These are his parents, your grandparents, these are his friends, basically to show, oh my God. Oh, me, dude. I wouldn't be able to do this. Jesus. I can't even recount this. Is this no, this is a real story. It really happened. He goes to film this documentary to showcase how cool the dad is to the kid, so that when the kid grows up, he can watch a documentary about his dad. And the documentary goes through the filming of all of this, and I think it's towards the end of the film, the grandparents spend a lot of time fighting against the mom because they want custody of the child, because they think the mom killed the husband, which she did. But the mom goes to Canada, she fights the courts, and she ends up keeping the child. And the grandparents never get the child. So the dad is making this documentary, the goal to show the child. And then I think towards the end of the film, the big twist is that the mom commits a double suicide. So the kid and the mom are dead afterwards. And this guy that was working on this documentary, it's just like this whole thing. And yeah, Jesus Christ. I read the plot summary for this, and there's no way. I would never watch. Yeah, I think she like jumped off a bridge or jumped in the ocean or something. There's no way I would watch this movie. I would kill myself. Oh, even, yeah, Jesus. Apparently there was like a law that was passed in Canada to make it easier to take children away from parents that have been accused of crimes or something. I think it was called the Zachary Bill or something. In 2009, after watching the film, Canadian MP Scott Andrews introduced Bill C-464, also known as Zachary's Bill, the Parliament of Canada, which helps protect children in relation to bail hearings and custody disputes, and was sent a law of the following. But yeah, Jesus Christ. Yeah, apparently the woman even went to jail, but they let her out on bail, and then Yeah. On August 18th, 2003, Turner jumped into the Atlantic Ocean with 13-month-old Zachary strapped to her stomach, drowning them both in a murder-suicide. Oh my God. Do you think that the fact that you're a dad makes it more sad for you? Yeah, for sure. I think once you've had a child, this is why I believed Ethan when Ethan was talking about when he felt emotional, seeing hurt or sick babies and stuff. I think that 1,000,000% believable. That was super, super, super sad. Babies are like the most precious, awesome, coolest thing that you will probably ever make in your entire life, and they're not supposed to die. And especially to be holding one and it's not alive anymore. I assume the day before they were. I believe that when Ethan says he cried about that.
He's holding her like she's alive, like he's just burping her or something.
When you've been a parent to a baby, there's just I think that as an adult, when you see babies, they're like these annoying scream machines. But when you're invested in the care for a baby and it's your baby, there's just there's very vulnerable. They're sad. They can't do anything. They need help. They're pathetic. They look to you for every single thing in the world, right? You know, you have to change their diapers. You've got to feed them everything. You've got to teach them and help them grow and everything. And children are just the most vulnerable. And on an intellectual sense, yeah, children are vulnerable, duh. But when it's your child and you care about it and it's your baby and all their smiles and laughs and giggles and everything. And then when they're sad, when you're the one that's responsible for keeping that thing alive, I think that when you see children that are sick or hungry or hurting, I think as a parent, it just hurts a lot more. Have you seen The Whale? Nope. It's called Good Time. You saw that movie, right? Good Time? I think so. That was made by the same guy that made Uncut Gems, right? Yeah. You would have hated Everything Everywhere All at Once if you saw it literally a week later after it got popular. Okay. Her is a great movie too. I saw that. No, I did. Yeah, I did see that. Her was okay, I thought. I think Her was decent. Have you seen Pig? I did see Pig. I thought Pig was a really good movie. I really enjoyed that movie. I thought that was really nice. It looked really nice too. Watch Arcane. I need to finish watching The Curse. I've seen 4 episodes of it, okay? That's the farthest I've gotten in any new show. If I finish any show, it'll be that. Thoughts on Whiplash 2014? What a great movie. What was your favorite Nick show growing up? I'm going to be totally honest. This must just all be, it's got to be just an age thing. Because, I feel if I talk to some Gen Zers or some younger millennials, they'll say things like Ben 10 5 or Ben Team 5 or these other fucking cartoons or Johnny Silver Surfer. I don't know what the fuck they're called. I feel they're oh yeah, these were cool cartoons or whatever. I liked my cartoons the most. I feel they had a good balance of serious comedic stuff. I thought Hey Arnold was a really good cartoon. I liked Doug a lot. I liked a lot of the cartoons. So it would have been Powerpuff Girls, Dexter, Courage the Cowardly Dog, those things. But these are boomer cartoons. I liked the art style for Batman. Fuck, don't tell Wolfgang. I wonder sometimes if digital art kind of reduced a lot of art to looking the same. What was the name of the original Batman original cartoon? I feel American art style was a bit more unique back then, but maybe not. I might just be, maybe everybody drew shit. Was it this one, Batman the Animated Series? It's kind of noir, fucking shadowy bullshit or whatever. Did you watch Batman Beyond? I did. I thought Batman Beyond was okay.
I'm 15% gay.
Neither it wouldn't surprise me, and neither would I care. That's your problem, not mine.
15%. Is that better than 100%? Jesse, don't make it seem like I'm bringing it up out of nowhere. You talk about gayness all the time.
I talk about everything all the time.
Well,
My show is about whatever. My radio show is about whatever the people call in for. And the farthest state, we deal with different issues.
Can you be?
Do you have are you able to move on because of time? Do you have
No, I have all the time in the world, but I understood you only had an hour, right?
Right, and I'm talking about my time.
So how much time do you have left?
And the gay thing is a rare topic on my show.
Yeah. So let me ask you this: you're not gay, right?
That's not your business.
Oh. But you make the gayness a lot of people's business.
Oh, no.
When you
No, I don't.
discuss
I
their-
make it no one's business. Do you want to act like a man?
Do you live in
or
hell?
Do you want to act?
Do you
talk
live in
like a
hell?
man, or do you want to? Hey, look. I put aside my time. I thought you wanted to deal with issues to help folks.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else you want to talk about? Because I
Yes.
don't want to play the woman's game with you.
So, well, let me ask you this because I know
Do you have any other topic? One last time, you can talk to your brother-in-law Moses about this, and he'll help you deal with that and overcome it.
True.
Or
Jesse, why did
forgive-
you like this? Why did you like
or
this
for-
tweet by Your Daddy
Or
OnlyFans?
forgive your mother. Forgive your mother.
He's giving a thumbs
and
up.
she will.
Jesse, why
I
did you
no-
like this post from Your Daddy OnlyFans, part 2 with Sean Boy UK?
Oh,
I have no idea
It's
what that
two
is.
men kissing,
I have no idea.
and they're
what that
muscular
is.
and very
This guy lied
bear-like.
to me
They
about
really think that you're like running a Twitter and stuff. Like,
it. I have no idea. what you-
Really?
Amazing.
Wait, why wouldn't you be running your Twitter?
So why did you?
you really think he would?
Are you?
Yeah, why-
Is
Why
the
do you think he
producer?
is? What makes you think he is?
Oh, so did you like it?
Yeah, did you like it? Are
Was
you
that-
gay?
I don't know any. I have no idea.
Bro thought he was cooking
Well,
right
Jesse,
there.
this is important. The people want to know.
Let me.
Your producer got real quiet. What did he like the gay porn?
Self-report.
It was one of you two. Someone fess up.
They're hanging up.
Someone fess up.
That's what you want me to do, so you can say I ran. But you guys said you wanted to talk about real stuff.
This is real,
put my-
man.
Jesse,
this is a
and
real
I-
tweet that was liked.
Jesse-
I really set aside
Jesse,
time
in
to
an
be on your
expose
show,
by the
but
Daily
I had-
Beast, they
I
said that
had-
several men had sexual encounters with you, some as long as 10 years. Is that true?
Say hello to Moses, buddy. I'm out.
All right.
Was your producer?
Oh, he hung up.
All right.
Well, you tried.
That was funny.
Damn.
He really hates gay people, like really hates gay people. He kind of, I think he got a sniff of what we were doing when I mentioned something about gayness in the top. It's so funny. All of a sudden, he doesn't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
It's like a good 30% of everything he discusses
Yes.
is like gayness. Women are evil. Is
gay?
another one. So it's so funny. All of a sudden, you don't want to talk about it. He liked that shit. You could tell.
He 100%.
Who is he like? The Rock. He's not managing his Twitter account.
Why was his producer so quick to be like, no, it was me? Pretty
Maybe
much
he's
is what he
yeah.
said.
Maybe he's gay. Maybe his producer is affirmative action.
I mean, it could be. Yeah, affirmative action higher. You're right. Yeah.
Go back. The whole thing is golden.
Amazing.
Is it?
You don't have to
A
talk.
little more.
How long is
Yeah,
he talking to him
please
for?
Please don't. Please.
Okay. Shall I let him in?
Let us begin.
Okay. Here we go. One moment, please.
All right, don't worry, Abia. I'm already on. That's big part of my plan.
Okay,
I'm going to disclose that.
that's good.
I have to be honest with them.
Patrick Bet David or whatever was having a conversation on his show about how he came across a DGG fan at his son's softball game. This was the fakest story that I've ever heard in my entire life. Can somebody give me this fucking clip from his, I saw it tweeted. What is this? Hold on.
U.S. workers are most exposed to AI with their jobs. About a fifth of all workers have high exposure jobs. Women, Asian. Go to the bottom, you'll see it. Less than high school degree, 3%. You're not affected by it.
Bachelor's.
High school degree, 12. Bachelor's, 27. Wow. The reason why they're saying this is because the people that went and got the degrees and education, your jobs that you were going to go do.
Computer will do it. Wow.
However, the lower level jobs like
Construction.
cooking, food, construction.
Mechanics. You're golden. Wow. Wow.
So the whole concept of getting a...
Yeah, the reason why AI isn't replacing those jobs is because simpler formula on automatic machines have already done it or are in the process of doing it. Like, bro, McDonald's workers aren't worried about AI. They're worried about like an automated fry cook. Like, it's funny because he's laughing, but if you go, is this throughout the entire US now, or is it just in all the major cities? Even in Sweden, when you go to restaurants now, they've absolutely cut staff because now you do all of your ordering on the fucking machines in the restaurant. There have been some McDonald's I've gone to that don't even let you order at the counter anymore. You just punch it in on like the things. Is that in every city now, or is that just on some of the big ones I've been to, or? Yeah, so like this has literally already happened.
don't
A
understand
degree.
what
Yeah.
just
Well,
Holy shit.
This further proves the narrative about college being completely overrated and overvalued
waste to
these
get a
days.
college degree. Why am I getting a degree, Dad?
Oh my
Because
God.
my job's going to be replaced.
you've
I'm
done
better off with a high school diploma.
You've done multiple videos
Yeah.
that college is a scam. Candace,
U.S. workers are most.
To be fair, it's a lot harder to have automated jobs in the physical space like dock workers. Is that actually true? If I were to go to the most sophisticated docks in the world, you're telling me that they don't have technology to like load and unload a lot of these ships now? You're telling me it's all just as manually done as it used to be 50, 100 years ago?
What's happening?
Yeah, right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. So this is my computer that everybody else sees, and then this is my streaming computer where nobody sees. So this will be OBS, Open Broadcast Software. Yeah, I know what that stands for. This is like the program that helps me do all my streaming stuff, basically. This is Discord. It's the primary thing that I type to people on. So for stuff that comes up during stream, business or personal related stuff. And then this is my chat application that I voice chat with people. If I drag people in to scream at them or argue with them, it's going to be on that app. This is my YouTube broadcast window, so I can keep tabs on my concurrent viewers, make sure I'm not hitting a copyright thing, see my chat here for YouTube. This is my Kick window, so I've got a chat for my kick.com stream, and then this is my personal website window, so I've got a chat for this. My name gets highlighted when somebody mentions me. I can tell the email. It's just like, it's like looking at the matrix. It seems like a lot, but when you're used to seeing it, you kind of, everything kind of stands out. You understand what's going on. Yeah, and then
So so not everyone's watching the live stream at the same time.
they are, all these are watching us right now. So these people right now are all spamming my name and then the aware emote because they don't know why I'm talking to a random person in the background, and they're kind of like, what's going on? Yeah. But different.
Can you point again to the screen?
Can I what?
Just point to the screen.
There you go. Yeah, like this. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
More?
Yeah, more.
Oh, okay. Yep. They're here. Yep. And now they're making the pointing guy emote because I'm pointing at the screen. So yeah.
How many people right now are tuned in?
I just turned it on, so it's about, I think, maybe 4,000 right now. Yeah.
How many typically?
Typically, well, as I've been on a Vyvanse field meth-induced research bonanza, usually it'll hover at around anywhere from 5 to 7,000. When I'm shouting at people and it's more entertaining, it can be anywhere from 10 to 20,000. I think with my debate with Cenk, a couple I've done recently, I think those were around 17, 18,000. If I'm like actively talking and arguing with people, it might hover at around 10,000. It just depends on what's going on. Yeah.
I mean, wow. And that's across all the different servers.
Across two platforms. It's going to be Kick and YouTube. Yeah.
Kick and YouTube, and then Discord.
Discord is just an app for chatting and talking to people. But my stream is being delivered to kick.com/destiny or youtube.com/destiny.
Is that your icon up there?
Icon for what?
The one the left on the YouTube?
Oh, this?
Yeah.
That's just like my intro screen, basically, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, this is just like an animation that was done for me by a cool artist person. It's like an intro screen to my stream, basically. There's like little chat memes here. There's like a Factorio game in the background, my chat on my phone, me looking like a Giga Chad, and then this is my chat right now on the screen as they're waiting for me to turn it off. Yeah.
What do you mean when you said a meth-induced research binge?
Something that we spoke about privately a little bit is prior to about 4 or 5 months ago, the rhythm of my streams was usually me playing a game in the background, like Minecraft or Factorio, something to kind of keep me occupied and my hands moving, my brain occupied while talking to other people or listening to documentaries or videos, or stealing copyrighted Vice content so I can appease my audience. But over the past 4 to 5 months since I've started Vyvanse, well, now I'm able to focus on like reading longer form articles, reading books, doing a lot of focused research. So the gaming has been non-existent, and audiences don't know what they want oftentimes. So they'll say things like, I want research, or I want drama, or I want this, or I don't want that. And the research stuff for a little bit was like very appealing because it was like, oh, cool. Like even, like Ben Shapiro was like, it's cool being able to see you research. And my stream was like, oh, wow, you're learning a lot. This is so cool, the history arc. But then after a while, there's like a fatigue where it's like, okay, I get it. Israelis and Palestinians hate each other. Do we need to do more of this? Like, can we move on to something else? So it's a bit fatiguing. Yeah.
So you're doing live. Do you mind just explain like the live research component, what that is?
Yeah, sure. So so as we're running through like for.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, let me know when you're set up.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so as we run through like research stuff, I use an application called Obsidian. And this will help me, it might be notes I've taken on a book I've read. It might be papers that we're reading relating to either stuff specific to Israel-Palestine or stuff related to international law for reports. It might be like Amnesty International reports or certain reports about things that have happened. It might be Wikipedia articles summarizing information. It might be watching debates or documentaries or videos about people talking. It really just depends. There's a ton of stuff that I comb through, and then I try to coalesce it all into my notes here, and then I try to review this, and then I practice it in debates, basically.
How new is this market of like watching this kind of process?
How new? If I'm doing it, I'm the only one doing it. Okay, it's the brand new market. I'm the only guy.
Open source
Research, yeah.
sourcing.
There's always like everything you do on the internet is pros and cons. So the pros is people who are interested and want to see my thought process can watch and see my thought process. So it's kind of like cool to watch that. But then the downside is people will watch and just try to pick out like anything. So, for instance, one question that would come up a lot is, did Palestinians have a national identity prior to the formation of Israel? And as part of the exploration of that, we're going through like a lot of old maps, and I'll be looking at stuff. So I might bring up a map, and some of the orientations on like the British older maps are different. So I'll look at a map and be like, what are we looking at here? Is this the Mediterranean? Is that Israel? And there are people called Groypers. They're Nick Fuentes fans. But like a lot of these people will clip part of my stream and they're like, oh, Destiny doesn't even know where Israel is. Or we're watching videos of like older videos of Erdogan and Bashar al-Assad like talking, and I'll be like, is that one Erdogan? Like I don't know what they look like when they're younger. And people will be like, oh, Destiny thought Assad was the leader of Turkey. He doesn't even know who Erdogan is or whatever. It's like, whatever. Yeah. So there's like pros and cons. People will snipe different parts of your research out to try to make you look like an idiot. Other people appreciate the process. It is what it is. Yeah.
Guest, and then the other one is location.
Okay, sure.
Like Groyper types versus genuinely.
Oh, like hate watchers, basically.
Yeah.
If I had to guess how the pipeline works, my guess is going to be because my content appeals to so many different types of people. I have people that watch me that aren't like the biggest fans of me, but they kind of at least enjoy watching. But they're probably parts of friend groups that really don't like me. So if I say something that comes off as like dumb or they think I slip up, they might like link that to their friend group, and then those people might post it online, would be my guess, rather than having like genuinely obsessive. There are some genuinely obsessive hate watchers, but I think those are a really, really small minority of people. This is a license for all of Vice, right?
For all of Vice, but it's going to be just for the 2B.
Oh, so that's not what it says. If you make a hit piece on me later, you have the rights to all of this footage to character assassinate me. Okay, I see how it is.
When you become a full-on Groyper.
Would I become a what?
I said when you become a full-on Groyper.
A full-on Groyper? Wait, do you know who the Groypers are?
Yeah.
Oh. No, they lost me. Their leader abandoned me for a shot with Kanye West, so. Do you want a signature here or sign a print?
So I would just do name and a signature here, and then.
And then address here?
Yeah, just address there.
When is this Vice article coming out? Wait, so what is this project exactly? Is it going to be like an hour and a half like YouTube video?
It's going to be we have a documentary show on the 2B network.
The 2B network.
So it'll be probably in the 60 to 75 minute range is what we're looking at for these.
Okay.
And yeah, it's a combination of exploring masculinity, manosphere, economy of the internet, that kind of thing. So.
Gotcha. Do people know you? Like if I say like, oh, it's from this guy, would they be able to find your stuff? Do you want like a shout out or?
Because I'm a producer, not a.
Oh, gotcha.
It's,
Okay.
It's a little bit less that, but yeah, the stuff we worked on was the Vice on HBO and Showtime. Vice and HBO and both on Showtime were kind of the things that I worked on previously. So,
okay.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Gotcha.
And then the host for this, because we're doing some elements hosted and some elements unhosted, is a guy named Vegas Tenold. His work, if you look at his work, it's initially like he did a lot of stuff covering like alt-right and rise of white nationalism way back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's tricky because it's not that's not what this is about at all. It just
Sure.
happens to be something that he worked on once upon a time. But yeah, so that's the host for him is him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
But then this will be we've been doing. I mean, the Vice 2B stuff's been across a whole bunch of different things. We did a Ukraine doc for that. Did something about Ticketmaster. It's a real variety. Okay.
Cool. Okay.
Some of it hosted, some of it unhosted.
Ask if he ever met Gavin. Gavin who? Newsom?
Oh, McGinnis.
Oh, McGinnis. Oh, God.
No.
No?
Before I worked there.
We had a debate. We had an unhinged debate online. And I'm pretty sure in the middle of the debate, I think he peed into a water bottle beneath his table. It was just unreal. That guy has become unhinged, yeah. I find that I'm like crawling up these like kind of falling off conservatives as I try to like climb into more media relevancy. So I'm talking to a lot of people, but they're not in the limelight anymore. It's like I did a debate with Milo Yiannopoulos like a year ago, who was arguably the most popular political figure in the world for a slice of time. But then when I debated him, he was like this fallen hero who was like trying to be a provocateur, but for like Christian. It was just like sad, yeah.
What was he like now?
I mean, drug addicted, super, like imagine like a diva, but without like good reason to be.
Got it.
Yeah. Yeah, just pretty sad. Yeah. He's like a Christian nationalist, like quasi-Nazi-ish type of whatever thing now.
You know,
Yeah.
where is he? Is he in
Actually, right now, I think now he might be working with Kanye West on his campaign, actually. But
Fascinating.
fascinating, yes. That's one way to describe it, yeah.
That's interesting.
hmm Did you ever get interviews with Fresh and Fit? Did they agree to chat with you or no?
No, we didn't. We never heard back from them.
Oh,
We
damn.
reached out in a couple of different. We reached out through a couple of different mediums
Mhm.
to them. Yeah,
Did you get to talk to any of the Red Pill guys?
we've had a couple of off-record talks.
Fuck.
But it's-
You're not going to get any on record?
We're working on it. We're working on it.
Will you state that in the interview if that they refuse to talk to you if they do?
Yeah, we would.
Okay, good. Yeah, because they're not going to say anything. Well, then, because they're going to accuse you guys of being biased, but then they're going to say, but if you say, well, we reached out, nobody wanted to talk, then they have no one to blame but themselves. Yeah.
I think the thing that's more the challenge is the differences between digital and what we do, which is more like the long form documentary stuff that's for, working with third parties like Tubi, and we produce it for Showtime, HBO, and Hulu.
Mhm.
It's a little tricky. I think folks don't sometimes recognize the differences between those things. So
Yeah.
I think that there's the assumption that
It's going to be like a 10-minute video hit piece on them, and then
sure, or a thing about that's very like specific versus something that's a little bit more trying to get at something broad and deeper, like issues related to masculinity and
Yeah.
yeah, we would love to. We would love to talk to any of those folks. So.
Yeah. Am I making this up? Was the one guy's name Matt Shea, or did I just totally invent that?
Oh, the Vice guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's doing freelance stuff now. So
Oh,
he
damn,
did the
okay.
he did the original Table One, which is a completely separate project from this one.
Gotcha, yeah.
It's always the tough thing with trying to do a project where you're like,
Mhm.
you work at a media company and you take on a lot of the other connotations of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, Matt is he's doing stuff for BBC, I think. Yeah.
We talked on the phone for that. I had immense respect that guy went so fucking far for that interview. That he got in the ring with the dude and he fought or whatever. Mad props. That's
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah, that was
Holy shit.
That was intense. Yeah. I think everyone in that world respected it too.
Yeah, it was. It was respectful. Yeah, I think probably both tapes. I think even. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Damn. You reach out to Sneeko?
We actually haven't reached out to Sneeko. I think I'm planning. He's kind of in that list of next folks we're gonna reach out to.
Mm-hmm.
He was pretty. I mean, there was. Yeah, we'll reach out to him. I think we'll reach out to Tate at some point.
Mhm.
Yeah, we'll see.
Tristan is really interesting. I said. He seems like I thought about talking to him. He seems like a really interesting guy. Sneeko, I think, would be a really interesting person to interview because there's a lot of horsepower there. He's decently intelligent. He has a really long career on the internet. He does do challenging conversations, even if I think he's kind of lost now. But I think he's like a good encapsulation of like lost, lonely young man down the red pill shit who like shouldn't be. But yeah.
That's great. Do you know where does he live? Do you know where he lives now?
I have no idea. He's either taking videos at Mecca or at some. Sometimes he's in Miami or sometimes he's in LA. I don't know where he actually lives right now, but yeah.
Yes.
Did you reach out to Pearl?
We reached out to Pearl. She did a Vice thing once upon a time
Uh-huh.
with us.
Oh shit. Did she not like it?
No, it was one of those debates that we did. Like one of the they have like big. I think that was the feminism one. There
Mhm.
was one where they have groups of we've done one where it's like black conservatives and black liberals debating
Mhm.
the topics. the group debate kind of thing. She did one of those. So I don't know. Yeah, we reached out. To
Oh
her.
wait, I think I watched this. Was this like a group of like 9 people?
I think so, yeah, that's about the size of this.
I think there a disabled non-binary person there that was arguing with her, because I think I watched this. If this is what I'm thinking of.
I don't know if that was. I watched a couple of debates with her. I don't know if that was the vice one specifically. I wouldn't be surprised if it was.
Gotcha. Okay. I think we did watch this.
Yeah, Pearl, Sneeko.
You said you reached out to. I don't want to blow up public who you've talked to. I'm sorry. That was really rude. Have you considered reaching out to Michael Sartain?
Yeah, for sure.
And did he agree to talk to you? Oh fuck.
We didn't hear back from him.
Oh shit. Okay. He's a guy. I've talked to him quite a bit. I feel like he's a pretty cool dude, but he surrounds himself with the worst people. I don't understand. I feel like he would be an interesting guy to chat with.
Totally. I mean, the approach is pretty like we're. Yeah, sort of like this whole thing. I'm really just interested in hearing, you know. It's a perspective I think is really important for this. We're talking about. I don't want to talk like about this thing.
Yeah, it sucks that they don't give any interviews. Yeah.
So, I think we're taking a. Yeah, and it's tricky. It's just a tricky thing with just people's. I think we were talking about like, media literacy and people's relationship with the media. It's.
Yeah.
Yeah, that part's tough.
Have you talked to the? Do you know Brian, the host of Whatever?
Reach out to him.
And no,
We had a little-
especially because he's bringing on like Daily Wire people, so that's like a good intersection of like the politics and.
We had some email correspondence, and then it kind of just didn't hear back anymore.
Jesus. Well.
We've gone really broad, but I. Yeah, he's had some really interesting folks on, and yeah, and also it's tough. I think I don't take not getting back to us as a no, because these are busy people. You never know, but they're.
These people are not busy. Most of these people are lazy as okay? Don't let anybody ever tell you 99% of people in this world are lazy, okay? These guys do one show a week. They literally jerk off to every other day doing nothing, okay? Don't ever accept that. Do you know who Adam Sosnick is from Valuetainment?
Yeah, reached out to him. Didn't hear back from him.
Okay.
That's yeah, we're
And then PBD is a larger guy in that same network. Paul.
Oh yeah. We have that's on the list of people that we're gonna reach out to next, I think.
Damn. Okay. Wow. Well.
It's a yeah. We're yeah. Even just the exploration though, of just finding out the whole space and kind of getting a lay of the land is.
Yeah. Yeah. It sucks that conservatives used to make fun of lefties for not wanting to debate at all. That's why one of the reasons why I got so popular is because I was willing to talk to all these guys. But I think that once people get to a certain size, they just don't want to have because all they see it as is a liability. It becomes like a game to them, like financially. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think with I think the approach. I understand the toughness that people kind of like.
Yeah, but it's annoying when these same people like they won't talk to us. They don't want to have the tough conversation. Because I just remember for this interview, like half of this was me saying like left-leaning people don't want to talk to people anymore, and that's part of the problem. But now a lot of these right-leaning people will be like the same, and then they'll turn around and they'll say like, oh, journalists are all biased and blah blah blah. Well, you guys won't even talk to them.
I think what also exists though, and this is the challenge, is that I think so much of the opportunity for media stuff now involves. Sorry, is the opportunity to do a 3-hour interview where it's going to be relatively unedited versus something that's going to be more like I understand the hesitation around edited interviews. I mean, all interviews typically have some form of editing, but
yeah, but like people say that, but I feel like it's pretty rare. And I'm a guy that gets chopped up a lot. I feel like it's generally pretty rare that they're going to edit an interview in a way that's going to completely and totally mischaracterize what you're saying.
Totally, yeah, no.
You could write clauses against that. Like I'm pretty sure, I think maybe if I would bully you guys hard enough, I could ask for like, could I get like an unedited copy, or could we have an agreement that I have to sign off on like a final edit or something? Like if I.
Final edit, final edit's tough because that's you don't want to go down that road because that's where it's like
Or sure, maybe, but I've had journalists in the past that have done pieces on me where before they've submitted them,
they'll say, "Is this the full context?"
Basically, yeah. Or I've had some people even reach out the copy editor, the editor above, will ask like some basic questions or ask some things, whatever. But
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that part. Yeah, because you want to make sure you're getting the point in its full content.
Yeah.
I'm gonna steal my pen back.
Yeah, take this, whatever you want.
Yeah, so we'll see. I mean, we're gonna do another, double down effort on that road because I don't want to. Because I also think like for us, like I want to be surprised by some of these guys. Like I want to be like,
Hear like a wholesome story, or like we do try to do this thing, or I do think what you said before, like because some of these guys do cover positive stuff. Like there are people that I know that say they had a little brother that either started listening to Fresh and Fit or Andrew Tate, and I kind of roll my eyes and tell me, yeah, it was kind of cringe, and he believes a lot of cringe things about women, but he did legitimately like turn his life around. Like he started going to the gym, he started to take care of his appearance, like and he has actually gotten better after listening to these people. Sure. There's a lot of bad baggage that gets picked up, but they do improve their lives. So, and that's worth addressing, I think.
I think some of the perspectives that people were talking about, like it sounds like a lot of people, we were talking to some groups of kids about this, mentioning like, I don't like the things about women, but I sure do like the things about success, or I don't, or, this thing, I think also people, I think young people are savvier and be able to kind of, I think people are able to understand.
Oh, I totally disagree.
You do?
I think that if you like one thing, I think there are stages. If you like the guy, but you don't agree with all of his stuff, you'll listen for the thing that you enjoy, and you'll maybe disagree with some of the things. Sure. But over time, I firmly believe that if you put a human in an environment and you inundate him with stuff from that environment, he will become, first it'll be like amenable to it, like, okay, sure, I guess. Then it'll become understanding, and then it'll be incorporated. I think that will almost always happen. I don't think that anybody, or there might be some people, but they're exceptional, like less than 1% of people can listen to content for a long period of time and not start to believe a lot of the underlying things. That's why I think a lot of that, even though Lucky's got cringe with it, I think there were good points to be made about edgy humor leading to racist thoughts, leading to people becoming like online Nazis. I think there is a road to normalization there, for sure.
Do you think the road, though, can go the other way, too? I only say that, like...
What do you mean by other way?
Other way, like, I don't know, I think sometimes people are like, oh, Joe Rogan is the road to conspiracy theory, and maybe it's like, well, maybe someone had some priors that were more in line. This guy talked their language a little bit, and he's pretty benign, that kind of thing.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Let me...
Yeah.
How long till the interview is over? Did you get started? No, I just finished. Bro, I woke up at 8:30 a.m. for this. I've been doing so much off-stream shit. Oh. When are you guys leaving?
Tonight.
Back to where you live?
Yeah. What are you asking?
Do you know who Farha Khalidi is?
I'm not sure if I do.
She's like a half Indian Saudi girl. Basically, she's got like a bunch of clips that blow up on TikTok and Twitter of her like owning people on the whatever podcast.
Oh, cool. What do you ask?
She lives here, but I think she might be out of town. I think she's over in Santa Barbara now for whatever. Oh, she would have been, because she's had a lot of the clips. Hold on, let me real quick. Maybe you, I don't know if you recognize this or not. Like these clips of her.
Oh yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's had a lot of these that blow up and go pretty viral. And she's really well spoken.
Cool.
Oh shit. Well, she's here now. If you want, I can set up a talk. It's kind of last minute. I don't know if you're interested or not, but
we can also. I mean, we also have the ability to come back.
Sure.
Or do something a little bit more.
If you want to.
Yeah. I mean, do you mind like putting us in touch?
Yeah.
You're up to 15,000 views now.
Oh, those are just views. So amount of people I think that have clicked on my stream. Concurrent viewers is about 6,000 right now.
Okay.
So it's this and that, yeah.
Oh, because it's going to constantly go up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, if you put us in touch with her, we'd love to speak to her.
Do you want me to give? Do you want me to trade phone numbers, or how do you prefer to get in touch with people?
Yeah, that's fine. That's great.
Wait, how? Phone, email?
Phone's fine.
Okay.
Phone's fine.
Destiny's not joking. He's not pretending. Farah is an actual person worth talking to. He's here. What do you mean? She's got a lot of viral clips on all these shows. Why not?
Oh, we're downstairs. Yeah.
You don't pay per quarter? Fuck quarterly taxes. I ain't got time for that. Give me the penalty.
Yeah, thanks. It's an interesting idea.
Yeah. Do you work for Vice or are you a contractor?
No, I work there.
Okay.
Been on staff for about.
Oh yeah, you said that because it's about 10 years.
now.
Yeah. Cool. Do you think? Do you feel like the media environment politically? Also, this is streamed, and if you don't want to answer these questions, you absolutely don't have to, of course.
Sure.
But do you feel like the media environment politically has changed at all in Vice in terms of the standard complaints that it's becoming very left-leaning or woke or about all the media companies, or do you feel like you have a lot of freedom to do what you want?
I think I've always found. I mean, I think it's tricky. I think there's a lot of. Vice has made so many different things. It does so many different things. So there's digital articles, there's video, there's the things online. I think that, and there's also been so many different people that have come through. And part of that, I think it's like really tricky. I would say that I've always found the ability to people are pretty open-minded on the teams that I've worked for. But I can't. It's tricky. It's a big media company, so it's like really tough to be like, this is the thing. I mean, it's. Yeah, that's obfuscating the answer, but I think it's. I think within the little universe that I've worked in, it's been. It's been good. I mean, it's been 10 years. It's been changes. There's been changes, but.
Do you know who? I don't know if I'm going to pronounce it. Is it James Bennett or James Benet? The old was he the one who had the big article about running the New York Times opinion section that we read?
On The Economist.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was in The Economist. Oh yeah, did you ever read that?
I read part of it. It's really interesting.
Yeah.
He waited that one out to talk about it.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, but it was a super fascinating read. I thought. Yeah, very interesting to the world of how the media companies are ran behind the scenes and all of the. One thing that I hate more than anything. I talk about this a lot politically, but when people get conspiratorial, the thing that sucks is it deletes all of the really interesting conversations that can happen. So I hate this idea that all the media is, top down run by, shekel hungry Jewish people and that's it. Because I think that there are problems with media, but the internal fights between a lot of the different journalists and everybody is really fascinating. Yeah. But people don't even pretend that exists. People just assume the entirety of all these media companies are aligned on one thing. And it's so interesting when you get a glimpse of the inside world.
Totally. And it's. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, it is. I think it is very, especially when it comes to the line, like what we were talking about earlier between op-ed and
op-ed and reporting. Yeah.
Yeah, and those conversations are also just inherently interesting too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that. Sure, but I think that there's definitely one person at one company. So I'm sure a bunch of people have had very, very different experiences. One
for sure.
Or another. It's funny. I think Vice is a little bit can become a Rorschach test for how people feel about things. So.
Yeah.
Cool. Good to go. Steven.
Yeah. Thanks a lot.
Pleasure, man. This was really fun.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Yeah.